Hi, and welcome to Blue's Garden. This is my this is my second potato harvest. I get my seed potatoes from Wood Prairie Farm. I am planting this year some dark red Norland. I'm also planting some Adirondack Blue, which is a sort of a purplish hued skin with a deep blue flesh inside. I happen to love this kind of potato, and I'm glad I found these guys have it. Now, I grow all of my potatoes in 25-gallon, which is about a 95-liter grow bags. And I do 1/3 peat, 1/3 soil from last year, and 1/3 of my compost, as well as a good handful of some bone meal, which is a 4-12-0 NPK. The potassium is a little higher, which makes sense. Potatoes are a very hungry feeding plant, and they really like a lot of growth, a lot of potassium for their growth. So somewhere around St. Patrick's Day every year, and I was a day later so this year just because of the extra, it was pouring rain that day, and there's no way, it's not worth going out for a day or two. Anyway, I like to plant when there's a couple of days with no rain, just so that I have plenty of time to get them all in. I probably put one too many seed potatoes in this year. I normally put no more than 4 in the 25-gallon. 3 often, and I don't know what I was thinking. Some of them I put in 5. Some 4 and some 5. To almost the top, and then I would put a layer of some straw mulch down just to keep any of the weed seed out from taking hold. In that lower left one, you can see a little bit of blue. That's probably one of the Adirondack Blue. That right-hand one, definitely some Adirondack Blue in there. You start to see them, some of them pulling back a little less healthy looking. Now you know we're getting close. And once they really start to lean over and fall over, that's when it's time to harvest. And I went and I will take all the greenery out, chop that all up. As long as it's healthy and doesn't look diseased, I will chop that all up, all the greens, stalks and stems and roots, and I will toss that all in the compost pile. Next up is the digging through, hunting for whatever potato I can find. So I do them one bag at a time. I don't eat potatoes every single day, so I'd rather go slow and just keep them in ground and let them grow a little bigger until I need them. I'm going to start sifting through all this now. I will, oh, hey, there's a seed potato from one of the dark red Norlands. I'm going to keep all this organic stuff. On this first bag, I got a decent return, not amazing. About a 5 times return on the Yukon Gold. And then on the dark red Norland, I got about a 10 times return compared to the seed potatoes. I had just a couple of seed potatoes in there that didn't rot. And the return was about 10 times. So I immediately turned around on this first bag and replanted only dark red Norland, and I only put in 3. And then I refreshed the fertilizer, which is basically a 4-12-0 NPK, lots of extra potassium. After that, I use a straw mulch that has no seed, and that keeps the weed pressure down. On this second bag, Total, I probably got about 5 times the return by weight on compared to my seed bags, seed potatoes. And again, sifted through it all. I kept most of the organics in there. All of that helps with water retention. Any of that extra straw that was there and any of the roots and whatnot. I definitely aim for a higher. I like 7 to 10 times return. And then just sift through. That's all. Ended up sifting through. This one was a mix of the Red Norland and the Adirondack Blue. And I think I got a little bit better return on the Adirondack Blue than I did on the Red Norland. Anyway, when I replant this bag, I would do something similar. The first bag I did just 3 Red Norland. This one I'm going to do just 3 Adirondack Blue and replant. And I'm just going to keep them so that I'm not mixing in the bag. And I'm going to keep it down to 3 seed potato. And that should give me, if not a bigger return, then I will hope for a little better in terms of overall return for weight. Now this third bag, I ended up getting about 7 times return compared to the weight of the seed potatoes. And that's what I mean. If you put in 2 ounces of seed potato and you get 14 ounces back, that's 7 times return. And 7 to 10 is a very decent return. 5 is okay, but it's less than I want. And, so that's the goal, is 7 to 10 times return. I mean, potatoes are easy. You throw them in the dirt and you ignore them. You just put a little water on in the beginning, and then whatever comes naturally in the rain should do it. Unless you get a real drought, then you definitely water them. But potatoes are easy. There's not a lot to it. So for the return, for the bang for the buck, it's a real decent return. Not a whole lot of work. At this point, I was getting a little tired of the bending over thing, so I changed my method up a little here. Saved a little bit in terms of breaking my back a little. Got a decent return out of this bag. Happy with the way it worked. These are the refresh and replant by the end of the first week of July. Not bad for my second harvest, and you can see the garlic off to the side. I had pulled a couple of bags, or actually one grow bag that had 4 or 5 bulbs in, I can't remember. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me grow, and that helps you grow.